to license it.
Meep meep.
Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Matchbox Makeovers. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:31 scale Maisto Smart Roadster Coupe. I've come to accumulate quite a few of these sized cars through different eBay auctions. It's bigger than what I'm accustomed to working on, but I like these for the extra detail they afford compared to the 1:64 scale size cars. This one's been scuffed up and chipped, but otherwise it's in pretty good shape. It has rubber tires and it's a pullback. I'll break it down, clean it up, and give it some much needed detailing. Gonna be some practice for me on that today, and if I'm successful, then there'll be more of this type of build coming on my channel. Here you can see the difference in scale between the 1:64 in my right hand and today's project in my left. And if you look real closely, you'll see, especially on the dashboard and the interior, headlights and taillights, much more detail. It's going to be fun. Pour a coffee and settle in, and let's go to work on this Maisto. There's no drilling or tapping involved today. This is held together with 3 screws. Off comes the plastic base. It's held in place with 2 plastic posts. I just need to pop them off. And the pullback drivetrain comes out in one piece. It's operable, but it doesn't have a lot of torque in it. I'll see if I can clean it up a little bit. The opening doors come off, and there's a strong tension spring right there that holds them in place. I'm going to be careful to keep everything in one spot today because there are a lot of pieces coming out. That's the nicely detailed dashboard. The front windshield and frame is in one piece. Scuffed up, a little cloudy, but that'll clean up nicely. And there's a glass target top on this one on the back. Frame is also included in that one-piece unit. They're good, strong pieces. I have to use my pin vise and drill out these plastic posts that hold the 2 rear taillight lenses in place. That's an example of some of the extra detail that you get in a 1:31 scale size. If I can give you one tip today, it's put everything in one basket in one place. I tend to have these jobs on the bench for a week or 2 while I work at various projects, and if I don't do this, I can guarantee one of those little taillight lenses or the tension spring is going to go missing. I live in Europe, and driving along the Autobahn, you often see the smart cars displayed like that, and from a couple of kilometers back, I always smile. I think they look like Smarties in a clear tube. They're well marketed all over my area. Smart is stylized with a lowercase s, and it's a German automotive brand and division of the Daimler company, based in Böblingen, Germany. It produces microcars and subcompacts, primarily the Smart Fortwo and Smart Forfour. The main assembly plant is called Smartville in Hambach, France. Now, Smart is marketed in 46 countries around the world, and production of the Fortwo has now surpassed 2 million units. It was late in 1982 that Nicolas Hayek, the CEO of Swatch watches, began developing an idea for a new car using the same type of manufacturing strategies and personalization features used to popularize Swatch watches. He believed that the automotive industry had ignored a sector of potential customers who wanted a small and stylish compact city car. The idea soon became known as the Swatchmobile. Hayek's private company began designing the new car with seating for two and a hybrid drivetrain. Hayek then approached several automotive manufacturers to cooperate with him on the project, and on July 3, 1999, he reached an agreement with Volkswagen to do just that. I always enjoy this part of the process, just handling the stripped-down car in my hands. And even though it's a couple scale sizes larger than normal, the step-by-step process is the same. So I will give attention to the bare metal detail now with the same Dremel and the same attachments, just a little more surface to cover. Couple of rough spots on this one, and the casting lines file away, and although it does look rough, you notice I'll go over it again with a wire brush and the Scotch-Brite tool just to buff those file marks out, and they come away nicely. The first smart car model was released by Daimler-Benz in October 1998 at the Paris Motor Show. It was a two-seat 2.5 meter or 98-inch long Smart City Coupe, later named Smart for Two. This was the beginning of a new car brand and one of the more radical vehicle concepts to hit the European market since the bubble cars of the 1950s. It was also the beginning of a difficult period for Smart. The City Coupe had stability problems that were discovered only immediately prior to launch, and these forced a package of alterations to be made that were both expensive and compromised the car's handling, ride, and gear shift. Public concerns over the car's stability, combined with Smart's elitist marketing and the sheer radicality of the car's designs, proved damaging to initial sales. Production projections were slashed from 200,000 per year to 80,000, and that's close to a disaster for a new brand with just one product. I've decided to go with a metallic green on this restoration, just because I didn't want to repeat the metallic blue that I started with. The unmasking went beautifully today. And that's a real nice finish. Could have gone purple metallic. The roadster-coupe, as shown at the 2000 Paris Motor Show, was already on its way to production form. It shared the design of the Roadster from the doors forward, but it had a glass targa roof. Production of both versions were available for purchase within a few months. Both cars were unique in the market, being significantly smaller than the competition in the Toyota MR2, the MGTF, and the Fiat Barchetta and Mazda MX-5, but offering similar performance and practicality to the base versions of these cars, while being significantly more fuel efficient, albeit at a similar price point. This is one touch that I was looking forward to doing on this car, and that's putting a touch of super glue on each of these recessed headlights that are part of the original model and dropping in some quite small dollar store rhinestones to give the headlights a realistic look. Came out great. Underneath the rear taillight lenses are 4 brake lights, and my first move is to put a touch of chrome paint on there. And while the chrome is out, I take a moment to detail the door handles and a couple of other small features. And now the red goes on top of the chrome and shows up much more nicely. You can see I've added my custom MLMM license plates as well. This is car number 88 in my restoration catalog. Everything is cured and dried and well set up. Clear coat went on a while ago. Let's put it all back together. I already put the wheels and the drivetrain and the seats into the base, and now I'm adding the smartly detailed dashboard. Front windshield goes click click into place with no scratches or chips. Holding my breath here. And the glass target top also goes into 4 recessed holes with small posts that just need a press down. No glue here. And I managed to save these without any losses. There's the tiny translucent tail light lenses. And they push back into place as well. Looking good so far. And almost at the end, the base goes on perfectly. And the original 3 screws back into place. Don't over tighten these. Give the wheels a spin at this point just to make sure things are moving and functioning well. That's what I always do. The door's still open and closed. Everything is as it should be in Smartland. Let's have a closer look. Original wheels, because they were so nice. You saw me detailing the side mirrors and some of the detail work that went onto the exterior. Mesh vents in the front and the back are in chrome. Doors are fine. They fit perfectly. I added a hood badge. There's the custom license plate, and look at those headlights sparkling. That's a nice effect. Put my own badge on the bottom. And that's a nice change. There were some chips and cracks on the original. It looks like it had been in a box and just sort of rubbed against something. And it cleaned up very nicely. I like that color change. Stuck with metallic but went for a green. Oh yeah. I have to say I'm pleased with that. And the final test is, will it fit into the blister pack? I had to get a stick of butter out and grease the front and the back, and it went in. Could not have been any bigger. Off to the Goodwill store with that. Thanks for visiting today. I hope you'll come back again and often. It's coffee time.